Today we have an opportunity to celebrate the life of our friend Rob Burrow at a place he left so many wonderful memories. Family, friends, teammates and supporters, we are all hurting, but let's all come together this evening to smile, remember and be thankful for Rob's time amongst us. We all lose special people, but it's very rare we lose someone so special to so many. Rob showed us how to live and love through the most difficult of times. He inspired us all and will continue to do so. To the bravest and toughest man I have ever met, thank you, my little friend.
So I always ask myself, what's the alternative? And even when it got tough during those running moments, what is the alternative? Well, the alternative is I could be at home in bed. But where would I rather be? I'd rather be out here running, trying to make a difference, trying to help my mate. And actually the reason I'm running is so that he believes that there's people who are willing to be with him shoulder to shoulder. So now having a why is obviously really powerful. When it's one of your mates who's going through what he's going through, it becomes even more powerful. And I realised pretty early on that you probably got the best out of me when I backed into a corner. I hate the fact that it's like that, but it's probably true. When you really stick me somewhere I don't want to be, then I'll fight and I'll come out and you'll get the best of me. And so for people out there who are going through some things that they don't want to face, who are finding it particularly difficult, like life's tough, and nobody has it plain sailing. I would say this as well, because I remind myself of it all the time. There's always someone worse off than you. No matter how bad it gets, there's someone worse than you. There are 100 reasons why we shouldn't go again, but the 5,000 reasons why we should, and one of them is, the big reason is sat right there. Like, to make a dent into MND and to shift the dial on it, we need money. And the awareness has been brilliant over the last 4 years, and that all started with the great Doddy Weir. But it's the funds that are going to make such a difference, whether that's to find the cure or to help support families and provide equipment like Rob's got with the eye gaze, so people can still communicate and be in the room.
Kev, I'm going to finish by saying something nice about you. I know you don't like that, but there's a growing campaign to make you Sir Kevin Sinfield. I know it's not about honours, but I think what people really admire about you is you've taught us all a lot about friendship. The word together is on your T-shirt there, about togetherness, about kindness, about compassion, about, you know, going the extra mile for your friend. And you've gone many, many extra miles. And I think people look at you and they're really inspired by what you've done. And it's not about, you know, you having something to hang around your neck. It's about people saying thank you for showing them a little bit of light in the darkness, Kev. I think that's what it's about.
Yeah, it's really kind. And, you know, people have said a lot of nice things. I still go back to the first one, Dan, because in many ways, how raw it was. And I always go back to when I am slightly embarrassed, is I go back to, we've just done a bit of running for a friend with some friends. And that's what this has always been in its simplest form. We've been running for Rob with some mates and having a good time. And the fact people have got behind us and believe in what we're doing and understand we want to try and make it better for the MND community and everyone else for that matter, then yeah, I'm happy just going about my business as my own little way.
You will change so many people's lives with MND in what you've done. I'm also proud of you.
Rob and Kev played together since they were teenagers here with the Rhinos and were part of a hugely successful team, the most successful team in the club's history. After their playing careers, Rob was diagnosed in December 2019 with Motor Neurone Disease. Rob and Kev have championed the MND community, raising awareness. There are 5,000 people in the UK right now who have MND. You know, it's given a voice for those people. It's been wonderful to support Kevin with his fundraising challenges. We've now raised nearly £15 million for the MND community. incredibly proud to call them my friends, what they've done. You know, Rob, when he was diagnosed, had 3 young children under the age of 10. As Rob says so often and said from the very first day, he has too many reasons to live, and he will fight MND with every breath in his body.
What I want to ask you, Kev, is about the media hype you and I have received in the past calling for us to receive knighthoods. What do you make of it all? Would you make me call you Sir Kev as your new nickname?
Yeah, massively humbled by the whole thing, because in my own mind, just trying to help a little bit. And throughout all this, it's only ever been about trying to support and help you and Lindsay and the kids.
So if you were both to be knighted, would you call Rob Sir Rob?
Yes, I'd definitely call him Sir Rob. I'd actually call him Sir Robert Jeffrey if we're going to be formal about this. So I don't think many people out there know that Rob's middle name is Jeffrey, so named after his father. So we used it a fair bit when we were playing, Robert Jeffrey.
Yeah.
So it'd be Sir Robert Jeffrey, definitely.
Yeah, I think Kev's just so humble, isn't he? And to say that he's done a little bit, you know, I think you've done a massive thing, not just to help Rob, I think, but the whole MND community. And I think the awareness that's been raised, the millions of pounds that, you know, yourself and Rob have raised will make a huge difference. And I think it just gives people hope.
Still coming to terms with it, if I'm being honest. Very humbled, very overwhelmed by all of it, really. You know, I think when you played a team sport and then you're in a coaching team and then obviously our 7-in-7 team, it feels very different to get individual awards, because effectively all I've wanted to do is win team trophies or win team awards, and obviously it's different with the 7-in-7 team because success looks differently than winning trophies. But yeah, a little bit embarrassed by it, but massively overwhelmed and humbled. Sport across the UK is still, you know, people want to talk to me about Rob all the time, so he's never out of my thoughts. But then I'd have loved to have seen his smile when I'd have told him this news, because he loved everything we did. He provided the inspiration for it all, and then I just think he'd be so happy. He wanted to make it better for those that came after him, and he's certainly done that, and will continue to do that. But yeah, I'd have loved to have seen his smile this morning.